Hi Brian, it's me again, LOL. If you can please discuss the different marketplaces, Facebook, eBay, and some people are even getting onto Etsy. If you have enough time, can you talk about the benefits of drop shipping versus Amazon, and Amazon having a drop shipping program in the future, if you know, or how to drop ship onto Amazon? I know that's a lot, but any responses are appreciated. Thank you so much for your time. So it's okay, totally fine. Love the question. There's a lot to unpack there, so we'll unpack them one at a time, okay? So basically you said, can I talk about the different marketplaces? Yeah, there's so many marketplaces that come to mind. I've literally started listing on a number of them, but we can talk about as I get a Facebook dropshipping order. One second. So I can talk about them really briefly. I'll just kind of go through them. What I'd recommend that you do is go to my YouTube channel. And one of the last videos, I believe it's let me check it really fast for you. It might be the last video actually. Let's see. Yeah, so it's literally the last video. So 13 marketplaces that you can drop ship on, okay? So I give a lot of insight. It's a 20-minute long video on like anecdotally different marketplaces and like my experience with them, just drop shipping, but also like, you know, different nuances of them. That will really help you understand a lot of different marketplaces currently. I'll run through them really fast for you, but watch that video. It's really going to help you. If you're drop shipping, obviously it's going to help you a lot, or you want to get into drop shipping, it's going to help you understand that a lot. But even if you're just reselling, you're not drop shipping, it's also going to help you a lot, just understanding the different nuances of those. So briefly, I'll talk about them. Let me just, one second, list perfectly. I'll pull up list perfectly and I'll talk about the ones that I list on. Also, let me pull my phone up. So the current marketplaces that I sell on, excuse me, so I sell on Facebook Marketplace, so I list things on Facebook Marketplace from old liquidation pallets, from cashback products that I still have, from coupon products that I still have, and anything else that I might have that, you know, I would sell on like eBay or something like that I have, okay? So I list on Facebook as reseller, right? I also drop ship on Facebook Marketplace, but I'm not gonna get too much into the nuances of the drop shipping here. I'll just touch on them briefly because I touched on them in depth in that video that I recommended. Like I said, it's the last one on my channel, okay? So I sell on Facebook and I also dropship on Facebook. I sell on Mercari, again, same thing, liquidation on Mercari, cashback on Mercari, coupon on Mercari a little bit, right? I barely do any really of those anymore, but I still test them from time to time and still sell them from time to time to make sure that they're still viable, although I'm moving away from them. And in the next version of Resale U, I'm taking all three of those out, right? Because I think they're a little bit more beginner. They still work very well. I've talked about this in other videos, but they're just too beginner friendly. They're not very easy to scale anymore. And the liquidation, while that works and you can make good money, most beginners that get into it, that take Resale U, that are looking for guidance, don't have the patience to build up a liquidation business because they're looking for shorter term profits, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's totally fine. I've noticed over time, like most people don't have the patience for it. So like, why even teach it, right? It doesn't align with most people. So I also list on Mercari and I also drop ship on Mercari. Right now, I sell a lot on Amazon, so I don't drop ship on Amazon, but again, I talk about drop shipping and why you can wholesale drop ship on Amazon, but you can't retail drop ship on Amazon in that YouTube video. So I sell on Amazon primarily right now. I'm selling wholesale products. I have a bunch of wholesale products in there and I'm selling books. I'm sourcing a lot of books right now, shipping the books into FBA, listing them very high, anticipating textbook season, which is coming up in like 2 months, I believe. I'd have to look in specifically where textbook season is, okay? And then every once in a while, I'll also source online arbitrage products from some bulk deal sites if I have time and I want to get back into it, again, to test. But primarily on Amazon, I focus on wholesale and books, mainly wholesale, and then books like a little bit here and there when I have some time, as well as like when it's approaching textbook season, like right now or even like a month from now. And then again, I do source online arbitrage products with like bulk sites or software like SourceMogul, okay? That's what I do on Amazon. On Poshmark, I've done a little bit of dropship arbitrage on Poshmark, which you can see the business model that I teach in the course on that. I also do, I'm testing out a little bit of the drop shipping that I talk about in the YouTube video, where you're kind of facilitating the sale like you would dropship on Poshmark, and then also mailing the label. I'm testing that out briefly just to see if it's viable. see if I think that it's, you know, good long term. I'm just seeing what kind of happens with it and seeing, you know, I'm always like taking the grenades and like in the trenches before doing these things myself, before I ever recommend them to people, because I want to see if they work, right? So I'm testing it out, but primarily Poshmark I use to just resell, right? I use to resell listings that I have from liquidation, because I have a lot of clothing liquidation still. Again, cashback and coupon, a little bit of what I have left. And I also do the dropship arbitrage on Poshmark because it's very, very easy. You have 3 days to initiate a shipment, and Amazon Prime delivers to me in a day or two. But again, I'm also testing the dropshipping. Etsy, I haven't really done anything with, but you can also sell on Etsy. It has to be vintage and handmade. I plan to start dropshipping on Etsy eventually. But I haven't really gotten into it yet. But again, I talk about the different nuances of why that's a good thing and a good opportunity, as well as some of the drawbacks in that actual YouTube video. Highly recommend that you check that out. OfferUp, again, same thing as Poshmark, because with Poshmark and OfferUp, you need to use their labels. You can't use your own labels. So on OfferUp, I sell everything again, right? I sell the liquidation on OfferUp. I sell the cashback and the coupon products on OfferUp. And I'm also doing the dropship arbitrage on OfferUp a little bit. And I plan to test the dropshipping where you also mail the label just like on Poshmark. So you can also sell on OfferUp. Then some of the other ones, Depop you can dropship on, you can also resell on. Kidizen you can dropship on, you can also resell on. Grailed you can dropship on, you can also resell on. Tradesy, excuse me, you can drop ship on, you can also resell on. I'm obviously testing both of those out a little bit on all these platforms. And the reason that I'm bringing them up is because the multi-channel listing software List Perfectly, where you cross post to everywhere, also facilitates listings to those sites, right? So you can drop ship and sell on a number of sites. Probably there's like dozens, if not hundreds out there, but List Perfectly only primarily posts to those. That's why I recommend those, right? So right now, List Perfectly posts to Facebook Marketplace, eBay, which obviously you can sell on as well. And you can dropship on eBay, but don't retail dropship on eBay, only wholesale dropship on eBay. Mercari, Depop, Kidizen. I don't really talk about Instagram because I don't recommend that you sell there. I don't really talk about Shopify because I don't personally do that, and that's a completely different business model. Again, don't recommend that you sell there. Grailed, like we just talked about, Tradesy, Poshmark, and Etsy as well, okay? So those are the primary ones that I'm selling on right now, and then also I have been accepted to Walmart. I plan to sell there as well, so any future inventory that I have, if it's books, if it's wholesale, I plan to also use the multi-channel fulfillment in Amazon. That's a completely like really in-depth video, so I'm not doing it yet, so I'm not gonna get into it too much here, and I don't want to take you for like too many loops and confuse you. But you can also sell on Walmart. You can also drop ship on Walmart, but you can only wholesale drop ship on Walmart. So that's briefly explaining to you like all the different places that you can sell and all the different places that you can drop ship. So let's move on to the next part of your question. You said, if you have enough time, can you talk about the benefits of drop shipping versus Amazon? So there's two different benefits, right? Like Amazon, for example, is the benefit of an Amazon is you can judge the sales velocity of a product listing. You can go out there and purchase inventory, which you can then ship into FBA, and then Amazon will literally do everything for you. You just have to manage, and you don't even really have to manage your prices if you have an if you have software that's going to automatically manage your prices for you, right? I recommend Be Cool. There's a number of them out there, but if you have like an automated pricing system, then you should be able to do that, you know, pretty much on autopilot. And then your main thing is just setting up deals with like wholesale suppliers or sourcing with a software like Scan Unlimited for wholesale, Source Mogul for online arbitrage, or, you know, eFlip or Zen arbitrage for books, right? So I like Amazon. I still do it all the time for wholesale and books. And then I also play around with online arbitrage because you can literally spend the time to source and then ship it into FBA, and then it's pretty much hands off for you, right? The benefit, obviously a drawback of that is you need to front the money for the products, right? And then if something changes on the listing, you might lose a little bit more money than you expected, or you might not make as much profit as you expected, or if the listing tanks, your products might not sell, but there's a lot more upside there, in my opinion, right? And Amazon's the biggest marketplace. There's the most sales velocity there, right? So a lot of upside, a little bit more risk because you're spending the money ahead of time. With drop shipping, you're listing products, so you're spending your time, right? You're spending your time to list products. You don't have to front the money until after you get the sale. So you're pretty much guaranteed a profit, assuming the buyer doesn't return it or there isn't an issue with the delivery or anything like that. So you're spending your time. Your profit margins are probably going to be a little bit lower, not always, but most of the time. And it is scalable, but it's not as scalable in my opinion as something like a wholesale on Amazon, okay? So there's different nuances to both. I could literally break that down for like 45 minutes. I hope that that kind of covers it briefly, but I would say don't focus on every single thing that I said, like every single marketplace, and don't focus on drop shipping and reselling at the same time. Focus on one of them, pick one of them, whichever one speaks to you more, start to do it, master it for like a month or two, and then only once you've mastered it should you branch out to something else, whether that's reselling or drop shipping. But I hope that that kind of tackles briefly your question. And then you said, an Amazon having a drop shipping program in the future, or how to drop ship on Amazon. So yeah, you can wholesale drop ship on Amazon by setting up deals with wholesale suppliers who will then ship to your customers yourself. I don't know enough about it yet. It's something I want to get into. There are certain stipulations, so you're allowed to do that. It's fully within the terms of service as long as it's from wholesale suppliers. There's some other stipulations in there, like you can't have like an invoice that doesn't say Amazon in the box. I think there can't be like a brand on the box or something. There's like other little stipulations in there. So as I get into that, I'll create tutorials on that for you. I haven't fully gotten into it yet. It's something that's on the horizon, and it's something that a lot of my friends do, so I have like insight into it. Definitely something I'm gonna get into both on Amazon and on Walmart specifically. But yes, you can wholesale dropship on Amazon and wholesale dropship on Walmart and on eBay as well, but you cannot retail dropship on any of them within the terms of service, okay?